Welcome to part two on football dialogue on episode three. Still, where we'll be talking about fantasy football and we'll be previewing my team for this game week two. But before I start, let's talk about AZ to Arsenal. That's a signing, a proper signing. It's a signing that I'm jealous of. To be fair, Eze is a baller and he's going to definitely strengthen Arsenal. And Andrea Beta has just done something crazy. He's done something crazy by strengthening Arsenal and weakening his North London rivals in Tottenham Hotspur. They've pursued this guy for a couple of weeks now, and we're so close to signing him before Arsenal jumped through after losing Kai Havertz to injury, and they didn't even waste time. They accepted all the conditions, all the deals, the clause that expired. They're paying the same amount of money, even though the clause has expired. And they obviously Eze wants to go back to us now because that's where he started, and he'll be back home. You'll feel at home. Yeah, he's 27 anyways, but it's always good to always come back to where you started. It's always a good feeling. So I expect Eze to be a good signing for Arsenal. But Tottenham Hotspur, on the other hand, they've lost a good player, and the fans, most of their fans, have broken down because it's a disaster. After weeks of chasing a player, and then you're just really close to signing the player, and then the Kai Havertz injury just changed the whole story. And Arsenal acted fast, and obviously Eze would prefer to go to Arsenal over Tottenham if everyone met all the necessary conditions in the deal. So Exit to Arsenal, big trouble for all of the big clubs. We need to sit up now and make sure that we stop Arsenal from doing anything in the league. So I do hope that Arteta can limit Eze because Eze is a player that wants free role. And if he has that free role in the team, he's going to cause problems in every area of the pitch. But if that's not the case, he'll be limited to maybe the left side because Odegaard will want to still operate in the middle and then we might see less of Eze, to be fair. And that's what I want. I just hope that happens and we see less of Eze because less of Eze means Arsenal not giving us too much trouble like we expect. And for Arsenal being Arsenal, I think Eze has strengthened the club, but I really do believe he has fortified their place in the second position for the league. Yeah, he has fortified their place in the second position. It's going to most likely be another season of them finishing second because I don't see Arsenal winning the title. I don't just want to see it for any reason. I don't want to see Arsenal winning the title. Yeah, so talking about fantasy now, getting back on to my team. My team still stays the same. I've just made a single change, which is putting out Jed Spence and bringing on Munoz for Crystal Palace. I got him on my bench, so that's only going to be the replacement that I'm most likely making for this game week this season. So um, I've got Pickford against Pickford is going to be playing Everton. Who are they playing? Brighton, yeah, at home. So I expect him to get some points for me. He didn't get me a point in the last one, but I still put him through. However, I've got Petrovic on the bench, and against that's Bournemouth goalie. So I don't want to just make any changes to my goalkeeper. I just want to stick to Pickford all along until maybe I see Everton not in the place that I think that they would be, and then I would opt to make the change by bringing in a new goalie for my XI. So I'll stick with Pickford. And the next one, like I said, I brought in Munoz. Munoz was on my bench the last game week. He played Chelsea and he got points, but not maximum points, anyways. But this week I expect a draw against Nottingham Forest. So Munoz is getting to my team straight away. And next one on the list, Cucurella. I expect us to beat West Ham without conceding a goal. So the expectation is that everyone has Cucurella on their teams anyway. But it's cost 6 million, but I don't think that's a decent fee for Cucurella because he's most likely going to get you bonus points. He does a lot of tackles. That's defensive contribution, and he can contribute to the attack as well. We can see him taking some attacking space in the first game against Crystal Palace, where Reece James was crossing the ball to him to Eden, and you can see him getting close to the box 18. So, and Cucurella is a good shooter of the ball too as well, and he can do the assist too. So, the expectation are high from Cucurella. He should be in everyone's team, to be fair. And next one we've got, I know of Brentford, I know of Nottingham Forest. Nottingham Forest playing Crystal Palace. I expect a draw too. So if it's a goalless draw like I predicted, that's maximum points for from two players in my defense. So that's the three backline I've got in my defense for this game week, including Pickford, the goalie, and next one midfielder being the same. Cole Palmer playing against West Ham. He needs to get back to scoring now because it's been a long, long time. We need to see Cole Palmer score goals in the Premier League again. And this is against West Ham, so I expect us to get goals against West Ham, and I hope he's on the score sheet as well. So Njai is still, I'm still putting him in my team. This is the last chance he's got in my team. If he doesn't come up with a point at home to Brighton, who loves to attack, then I don't think he deserves to be in my team. Because if he can't score against teams that exposes their backline, then it's going to be difficult for him to get goals against teams that play low block and don't expose themselves that much. So next on the list is Kudus. Kudus, Man City, any teams he face, Kudus is an attacking threat to any team. So I expect him to get on the score sheet or an assist. But Kudus is not going to get you great amount of goals anyways. But I don't just want to. If I had the chance, if I want to choose my first team without looking at my own team, obviously I wouldn't start Kudus this game week. I would take him out for someone else. Maybe I'll take him out for a Bournemouth player in the like of Semenyo. I see him getting goals against Wolves and against Wolves at home. So, but Kudus, I just keep him in my team. I don't want to make changes now. Just want to keep my free FT intact. So next one on the list is Mo Salah. Salah playing against Newcastle. Newcastle will go toe to toe with Liverpool. So I expect Salah to also get on the score sheet again this game week. So he's staying in my team. However, he's not going to be my captain. I'll most likely give my captain to Cole Palmer. And the next one on the list is Tijani Reinders. Man City against Spurs. I'm not expecting anything from Tijani Reinders, but however, I've not got any solid person on my bench to come in. I thought Mark G of Sunderland was going to get running in the team, but that's not the case. And the last person I've got there, who is the last player I have on my team? I can't remember, to be fair. I've got G Munoz and one more player. I can't remember who the player is. Um, who could that be? We'll come back to that later. So Reinders is starting for me still against Spurs. He could get goals for me, to be fair, but I'm not expecting anything from him. But if he gets me goals, it's a bonus. And next on the list is Joao Pedro. I expect him to bang in goals against West Ham. It should be easier now playing against a team that doesn't play three at the back. And even if they do play three at the back, they've not got the manager or to pattern the team in the right structure, So I expect us to get goals still either ways. So Ekitike against Newcastle, I'm not expecting anything from Ekitike against Newcastle, but if he gives me a goal, that's bonus for me as well. So there are so many striking options, and right now because Ireland is looking decent, but that's if you've got the funds. Well, in Ireland should be right in everyone's team, but I actually chose Salah over Ireland because I couldn't have two of them in my team because it's going to change the way that I wanted to set up my team for every game week. Yeah, so um, I stuck with one, Salah, and left Alan. Well, hopefully I made the right choice. But Alan, I've started better than Salah anyways. But I'm sticking to my guts in keeping Mo Salah still. So which other striker again? We've got Chris Wood. Even Oli Watkins is a good shout because they are playing Brentford. So I think Oli Watkins might get some goals this game week for people who have him on their team. You should stick with him even though he blanked the first one. So he's a player that you want to stick to. So next one is Arsenal against Leeds. Gyökeres, these are the kind of match that he gets his goals. So I see Gyökeres, if you have him in your team, it's very okay for you to keep him and give him another chance. If he doesn't score against Leeds, then you know there's going to be a big, big problem. But you stick to him and most likely going to get you goals if you have him in the team. I see him scoring nothing less than a goal against Leeds United. Who else again? Another striker, Chris Woods of Nottingham Forest. Oh, they're playing Crystal Palace, so I don't see him getting the goal against Crystal Palace. It's going to be a tough one, but we would see. And which other team again? And I think that's all the striking options that I think are going to be a go-to for any fantasy fans. Other other strikers are just a gamble, are just a risk that you're most likely going to take. So I think that's it for the strikers. And then for the midfielders, we've got whole of options for you to pick from. We've seen what happened in the first game week, so I think people can make their choice. Arsenal playing Leeds again. Obviously, you want to look at Arsenal players likes of Saka, he's going to get goals. If Eze plays, he's a sure banker. You should get into your team. Oh, I forgot about one more striker in Richarlison, but obviously they are playing Man City. He started well, but people want to get him in their team, but it's not a smart option. Anyways, yeah, you need to watch Richarlison for a couple of teams. Like I said in my first episode, that there's one thing I look at: fitness of the player. Richarlison will never be an option for me, to be fair, because of his level of fitness until I see him have a good run in the Tottenham team, maybe for the first 10 games, no injuries, then okay, he can actually be someone I'll be thinking about. But yeah, I think that's it.